Muted, bro.
Of course, I'm muted. Like the fact that I'm muted and it didn't unmute, because usually it unmute. Now
Last week it did that because you heard Dion's laugh all in the intro.
Now it's like keep it cut off, and you gotta cut it off. I'm like, all right, bro.
Just let us be great. Let us be great.
It's always something, man. It's always something. Get myself right. Ooh. Matter of fact, this is my show. We're gonna do this shit over. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Kayfabe Podcast. As you can see right now, we are not the greatest wrestling trio today. For one night only. It feels like the Hardy siblings are in here, man. We are your favorite tag team on the internet. The Councilman and the Sweetest Oos are going to be at the helm today. Dion could not make it for tonight's episode. Apparently, there was a 4-bedroom loft in downtown Atlanta that he needed to close tonight, and he just was not going to be able to get through all of that traffic to be able to make it here today. But don't worry, we gonna keep it rolling. But it's quite interesting how when it's time for him to take some accountability, some reason he ain't here. Honey brought this up to me before we started the show, and I was just like, I don't know. At first, I was like, I don't get what she's talking about. Then I forgot what we have on the schedule today, and I was like, oh, we do have to talk about it. It was like what do you want to talk about?
Like, what do you want to talk about? I know what I want to talk about. You know what I mean? But I just find it ironic.
It is very ironic. It's very ironic that when it is time for him to defend the American Nightmare after questionable decisions are made, it's nowhere to be around. I find that very, very coincidental, even though I don't believe in coincidences. So very interesting. But we will be doing a recap on the Clash of Italy. Of course, we're going to be talking about what happened on Monday Night Raw, NXT, a little bit from last week's SmackDown, and then hopefully some previews from SmackDown. But we also are going to be getting into Kayfabe Unreal. We are going to be deciding how do we execute a memorable title reign for the current Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan. Okay, right now it's very stale, it's very bland. Our champion is an ornament piece to a tag team feud. We're not liking it. We're not digging it. So we're getting in the writer's room. And we're going to figure out how we're going to book Liv Morgan through 2026. That's right. This is my Triple H voice because it's a new era. Tonight on the Kayfabe, okay?
I thought it was like a mix of the Will Jonah Jameson coming out and a little bit of Hunter in there.
That's what I was smoking a little bit previously, so that's
that kind of helps because he does smoke cigars, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It's more his is more tone, be like, all right, so we have to plan WrestleMania now. So fellas, what are we thinking? I think we should make sure LA Knight does not go over. It can't happen. It possibly can't happen.
We got to get Drew McIntyre out of Mania. It's not going to work with him and Randy. It's not going to work. We got to put Cody in again somehow.
But this time we have to go with Cody. And
once again,
we got to make sure that we can make this the greatest WrestleMania we have. We only have a little bit of time. So, let's get it. Okay, Hunter. But before we jump into that, we have to talk about the greatness that was Saturday. All I can tell you is this. If you had a wrestling show this weekend, I feel so bad for you. I feel terrible for you because none of you are the talk of the town like mask versus mask. Noche de las Grandes. Original OG Americano versus El Grande Americano. A masterclass in wrestling, a masterclass in storytelling, and just pure cinema. Just if you weren't watching it, I don't know what you were doing. That's like missing out on Jesus bowling. Like, who misses that?
Or playing basketball on the court.
Yeah. It's like Jesus, Bobby Shmurda, Lil Wayne, and Rick James playing Uno in front of your house. Like,
you got to see it. You got to see it to believe.
You had to see it at least. If you didn't go outside, what were you doing? But I have to ask you, honey, first. We are rating this match. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give this match? Mask versus mask.
Shit. Like, to even think about a rating for this is absurd because it's just one of those matches that outdo a rating. So I'm going to go with an 11. 11 to infinity and beyond, because that match was absolutely chef's kiss. It was, I damn near cried. And listen, I knew there was so much hype around it, so I'm glad we went through the review last week going into it, because damn, that shit, that was the first week only. No, there's another night coming this weekend, and that first week, if that first weekend delivered the way it did, what the hell's gonna happen this week? Like, it was crazy. That match was absolutely insane.
I'll be honest with you, forgot there was a whole other event going on this upcoming weekend. Don't nobody care. Well, it's still gonna be a great show. No one cares. No one remembers the matches before this one.
Our boy is defending his title.
But he's not doing it against El Grande Americano though.
Well, no, granted, he's not.
It's against Vikingo. I was like, all right, I've seen you flip before. We're good. I again, when you were given Wagyu beef fresh off of the bone, with the bone marrow sitting at the top with the oils and the truffle butter and the loaded mashed potatoes with the lobster on the top of it, the thick lobster, not like the minced imitation lobster. I'm talking about a real fucking lobster tail. They didn't just cut up through and put this buttery sauce on it with some fire ass pan-seared asparagus. That's what mass versus mass was.
Man, next week I smelled that whole description right now.
That's what we had Saturday. Now this Saturday, it's a New York strip. It's not bad.
Nothing wrong with it. It's a good cut.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good cut. And if we going to like a Roof Chris, that's a good night. But compared to the Wagyu beef
and more
that we had last weekend, as long as they know where they stand.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I think the entire world knows exactly where it stands. I mean, for Christ's sake, it had a whole encore presentation after Raw on Netflix. You know how big that is? And that only told me one thing, that AAA needs to go to Netflix. There needs to be another deal with that. But that's neither here nor there. But to have a whole hour encore presentation of the match all over after Raw on Netflix, huge. Never seen that before.
So let me ask you, what do you feel like the impact of this match does for the wrestling industry? Not just as a fan, but if you had to put yourself in the shoes of a wrestler, like, how would you feel? What's the impact that this match has had?
Well, I mean, first, obviously, the cultural impact it's had on the wrestling community, as well as, the wrestling community in Mexico. Like, it's just amplified it even more. Like this, now that we know that OG Grande Americanos, Chad Gable, it's just like the shock value of it, and also seeing that he's carried this character for over a year, and we had not known. We might as well call this the dupe of the century. And then for the newly appointed forever, I'm going to call him the forever El Grande, because he's got to be El Grande forever at this point. The forever El Grande has a whole mural in Mexico, and they put on I would just call it a clinic, like you said, masterclass. You know what I mean? Like, those two have definitely proved why they need to be taken seriously as superstars, especially Chad Gable. And being that I heard it was Pete Dunne who produced the match, that says a lot about Pete Dunne.
The producers,
one of them, but one of the that says a lot about Pete Dunne's work ethic as well. It's like, damn, you're not, you guys just don't. There's so many. I like the fact that there's superstars that we're finding out wear so many hats. You know what I mean? We found out with Bobby Roode the same way. Molly Holly, Candice LeRae is doing backstage production work as well, and helping with women's matches. And Natalia Dungeon Bailey doing her thing. It's so cool to see, and that match definitely had a huge impact. That's going to have a lasting impact. Already instantly match of the year.
Yeah, people are definitely in debate of this being match of the year. I think if this is also too a big impact for anybody in knowing that if you're a wrestler, how to fully submerge into a character. And I don't even mean from Chad Gable, who I still can't believe was the original El Grande Americano. I didn't see that coming.
Unreal.
I can't believe how Darryl Whiteboy just tried to take up all of the Hispanic culture. I mean, thank God El Grande is Latino. He's a little light on the light side, but so is Canelo. So I was like, yo, culture appropriation. Can we? Thank God the fake got exposed. Just whoo. Hey man, the Latinos continue to soar. But this is what it is to really engulf yourself into this character. I compare this El Grande Americano run to somewhat of the Undertaker, somewhat of the New Day. You're being given something that is a little bit more unorthodox, something that you wouldn't have necessarily put yourself into, but you have submerged yourself into making this a legitimate character. And so not only are you making this character more legitimate, but you also get to be able to execute the ways in which you already know how to do majority of these wrestling styles.
Right.
So it was really great to be able to see what started off, of course, as something kind of humorous, but also to aid in a story, turned into something like this. And I think anybody, if they wanted to study how to be a wrestler on the persona side, not just the wrestling side, study all of this. Study this right here. And man, just incredible. So shout out to them. Much respect to Chad Gable. Not sure what this puts him now that he is here. Hopefully we see him a little bit more on Monday Night Raw. He says he does want to go back to AAA, but the more we find out, the more you find out. Now, get your lighters and your drinks ready. We recapping.
I should have grabbed a drink for this.
What do you want to talk about, honey? I gotta.
Let's talk about this shit show of a starter, because that's what it was for me. It was just a shit show and a clusterfuck of a bunch of shit I didn't understand. I didn't understand what was going on. But Cody Rhodes and Gunther started pretty much the first hour of Clash in Italy. And Cody won, retains the title due to the fact that the ref counted 2-3, but the ref didn't happen to see Gunther's foot under the rope. Therefore, Gunther got screwed. That's three. That's what 3. How many moments has Cody ruined? Like, it's
and
no
one like that.
And I'm not even trying to be shady. Like, and I know I rip on Cody and rag on Cody a lot, but I'm just saying, man, shit's looking a little repetitive. And it's like, why is there always something to happen when we know we're about to get the title off Cody? Because I was damn for certain that Gunther was winning. I was certain that Gunther was winning. I knew there was the possibility of Cody retaining, but I had a feeling Gunther was winning, because there's no way that you get away with saying to his face, you're just not that good enough, and no repercussions met.
I mean, you saw it throughout the match, though. Like, Gunther was dominating. And I think that's one of the things, too, where it's like, for me, I knew it was going the wrong way when they said it was opening the show and it's going to be on the first hour for free on ESPN. I was like, dang, both titles are for free on the line? I was like, they're not losing. They're not losing. And then I saw it was Jade's next, and I was like, yo, they really not losing this belt. And so I was like, it's either that or it goes by pretty quick and we see Gunther get crowned. But for it to go down the way that it went down, it's like, clearly Cody has nothing for this person, and that showed. And we don't want to show a tactic of how he can get out of defeating Gunther. And it took this, which was, again, I get what they're going for, but that's what happens too when you go for a very meaningless ending like that just to try to keep this story going. That's why it didn't go over well. We know that ref saw his leg over there. That's why Cody had to pull that bitch up on 3 so it don't look like his foot was on the rope. I mean, under the rope. But we know that ref saw, because the ref slid over to you, saw that foot there. We saw you see the foot.
We saw the angle. We saw the angle it was shot at.
So if we saw it and you landing right by his head, you see that foot. So I was just like, okay, man, that's why that didn't go well. But the match was good. The match was getting somewhere. It was doing a lot. I was like, yo, we finna see Gunther get crowned as a champ, and he ain't messing around. He might put Cody to sleep. And out of nowhere.
Match was like 8 minutes too. That's what like pissed me off too. It was so short.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that. Like for the Universal Champion and for the ring general Gunther, that should have been a banger. And not for. I'm tired of doing this shit with Cody. I really am getting a little like it's like I said, it's getting too repetitive for me. But I don't know what we're doing with Gunther. Now it's the curious case of Gunther.
No, it's because it's not over, because he didn't beat him clean. Like, if anything, Cody's number was up. Like that's what it is. So if you really want to do something, it's like, hey, give them another title shot and do it in a submission match.
Thank you, Cindy-O. That's exactly what I said before we went live.
Dion ducking because he knows his boyfriend sucks.
Not his boyfriend, no. I didn't say that part, but damn, Cindy-O.
Oh,
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
Dion should know this is coming. Like, come on, bro. You missing out on the day we got to talk bad about Cody. Not even bad, just critique Mr. Rhodes.
And you know damn well he would be so on the opposition of this. He would call it a great match. He would say it's another successful title defense. And you know, Cody's just swindling his way, keeping his title, man. It's just
hey man, Cody Rhodes.
Right.
It's just
Cody Rhodes.
Let's go to the next topic.
Right. Oh God. But I guess we'll see what happens with these two. I don't know. Easy to find and hard to beat. Apparently, he's hard to beat even for the ring general, which makes no sense to me, because you tap out John Cena, you tap out AJ Styles, you're being the legend, not the legend killer, the career killer, and all this shit of sorts, but you lose to QB1.
I mean, but again, look how he lost though. We got to again. We know what they're going, so that's what we keep in mind because this didn't hurt him because we saw what it was. Like Cody was gonna lose, but because that happened and his foot's over the rope, he think it's finna stop, and then the count don't stop. So this didn't really hurt Gunther. Now it's just one of those. Okay, what is the reaction gonna be when we get to SmackDown? And we're going to talk about that. So I don't want us to get into too many predictions about it because we are going to give our SmackDown prediction.
Also, what happened to the fact that, like, also what happened to like the times where the general manager or the official comes out and says, no, we need to start this match over. These people came to see a title shot and the title will be defended. Like, why are we not doing that for Cody? We do it for everybody else.
We ain't done that in a while.
In a long time, but
they're not gonna do that because then you're acknowledging the mess up did not go over the way you want to.
Okay.
And I think that was one of the things they were trying to get away from. Like that's the one thing you don't want to acknowledge when something you've done with the storyline doesn't go well and whatnot. Courtney, if you down, feel free to jump in, because Dion decided that, he don't need to be here when we talk about Cody Rhodes.
And I don't know why they're making Cody to be like a Super Cena. He's 200. He's 222.
I mean, he's QB1. I got some other names for him like Coochie Rhodes, Cootie Rhodes. That first one was the New York version. I was like, that's some shit New Yorkers say.
Snooty Rhodes.
Snooty Rhodes.
When he wants to get mean with his friends and stuff, lashing out,
Yep. But we're going to talk a little bit more about that when we get over to SmackDown. Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill.
I'm mad. I'm so mad. And also, you know what? Because, and that's one of the reasons why, like, because I had, besides the fact that I had company here, but the way this PLE started just left a bad taste in my mouth, and I didn't even have the energy to want to go on and talk about it. So I just came at the end. But this match, I think, pissed me off even more than the last one.
My only thing about this is, if you haven't seen it, Jade Cargill did not win. Rhea Ripley remains the champ. What does this do for the champ? Because we obviously see, okay, you're setting up to maybe give us Jade versus Charlotte, or we're still doing this whole trios thing. But it's like, what happens with the Women's World Championship? Who's up next? And why are they involved in tag team action?
Why? Don't get it.
I don't understand.
Also, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just like, no. So it's like, what is it? Like, what's next for Rhea in your eyes, honey? Like, she's now, beat Jade in like a rematch. What next? Do we get another match, or do she move on? And if she move on, who does she move on to?
I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I mean, unless we're trying to make room for maybe somebody we haven't seen, maybe somebody like Jordan Grace, or I don't know if you're going to try to shoot Blake Monroe right into it. I don't think that's a good idea, but I guess Jordan Grace makes sense. She's been awfully quiet. She hasn't really been seen on SmackDown, but that's the only other person I could really think of who I feel like can match Mommy as far as like being in the ring. But with Rhea, man, it's not Rhea's fault, but I'm just worried that the company relies on her way too much. Because this is not to, I'm not trying to be invasive or be in people's personal lives, but we got to understand these superstars are people too. And more by the day, we're hearing all these stories, and Rhea's talking about them on her podcast, these faint spells or panic attacks and all the stress stuff and not eating properly and all this time and traveling and all this stuff. I feel like y'all are overworking the poor girl. I think what should be next for Rhea, for me personally, would be to send her ass on a honeymoon with Buddy and just relax and disappear for a couple weeks. I feel like she needs a break, and the company's just not letting her. So it's not even her fault. but you could see it in her. I just feel like she just looks tired. Like, and it's not even in her performance. She's still mommy. When the light's on, that music's on and all of that stuff, fine. But with the stories that we hear on the podcast and the stories that we see, like, you know, and heard with her saying all of this, it's just like, it makes me worry for like, for her health to keep up with the schedule and stuff like that, you know. And she's also been dealing with personal things going on, but I don't know if that's neither here nor there, if that has any determinant or involvement in her performance, but I just feel that it just feels like that. And I don't know why we're afraid to trust someone else. You know, look, we've had this discussion the last couple of weeks now. Like, they're just not making room to throw these superstars into the wolves and just see what they do with it and put the strap on them. And I feel like Jade looked great. She looked like a heel. She looked like she was supposed to. She did her thing. Both women did their thing. I just don't really think that. I just don't agree with what the company decided to do with the retainment. So, but go ahead, Will. I know you got a lot to say on this.
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
I mean, well, you said it all. So
it just feels like I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like they're overworking the poor girl. And she's still young. She's still got so many years ahead of her.
It makes me feel like she's gonna have a run just like Tiffany Stratton did, where it's just, what are we doing? And it's like, oh, we should put the title on the line. And then there you go.
I guess.
Then the clash of the Titans.
Literally.
2.
It's a great picture, man. Like, I just love finally being able to see somebody, and of obvious, and even better, somebody melanated that could stand toe to toe with the beast. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just happy we got that. I thought for a quick second that this was possibly on its way to being a sweep, which would have been sweet, but we knew there was going to be a best out of 3, being that they put the number 2 on after this. God. Brock Lesnar wins again.
Hey, did he though? Did he though?
He definitely didn't. Didn't. That boy was winning.
He won that battle,
but he lost the war.
My man took 7 F5s before he went down.
Yep.
You ain't never seen that. You ain't
nobody
seen that.
Nobody. Mm-mm.
That's why I was like, no notes.
It was action packed. It was big mofos just going at it, and I'm fine with that. Big, no bread, no water, just meat. I was just gonna say it the other way, but I'll just say that. Yep.
I ain't got too much to say on it. My client said it all of that match. So, like I said, we'll see you at SummerSlam, Brock. Wrap this thing up. Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca. For me, I'm gonna say match of the night. See.
Yeah.
Congrats to Sol Ruca. You know, being the first Black woman to be Intercontinental champion. No matter how y'all feel about it, no matter how y'all want to say it, hey, shout out to the Black woman getting it in. You know what I'm saying? New IC champion.
Against the man, no less.
Against the man, no less. We're gonna talk a little bit more about Sol Ruca as we get into Monday Night Raw. But I want to go now to
there's only one tribal chief, and we all know this. I did there was a percentage in my brain that thought Jacob could take it, but it's Roman, man. It's the tribal chief.
Roman Reigns defeated Jacob Fatu in tribal combat, which involved nothing tribal except the outfit that Jacob walked in on. That was it. Not a shred of leaves, not a shred of bamboo, not a shred of anything.
Right.
Remotely Samoan, except the two people in the ring.
Not even like the family in the front row or nothing like
no
Haku, something.
special dance entrance, no nothing. Just
oh god. I think it's like the one gimmick match that's not gimmicky. It's like it's just
because it's a no DQ match. Hey, y'all just keep trying to name them. It's a no DQ match.
Just say no disqualification. Why are we changing these names?
I was like, Tribal Combat sounds special. It was like, nah, just they can fight anywhere, and they just got to end it in the ring. All right, that's it. Like, that's it? Like, yeah, we keep it simple. What? Yeah. Why? Just...
I mean, what? All right, so I'll say this then, Will. Because we got the result that we got with Roman. What do you think, or what would you have liked to happen if the title was put on Jacob?
If the title was put on Jacob, if the title put on Jacob got to be a monster. Like he literally in a way got to be Umaga when he in the ring.
Yes.
Like you can talk like Roman when you doing promos, but in the ring, like bro, like that Umaga streak got to come out for him to be champ. Then that way, it's just really who decides they want to step up. Because it's just a dude that's just not stopping. I want competition. I'm the champ. I want to do this. Run him. But I know that doesn't initially sell as a champion. So I get why it goes to Roman. Again, I'm just tired of knowing that's gonna happen. When you look at the card and you be like, no, they're not letting you take that belt off of him. No, sorry about that. No, they're not. We can't do that. So
yeah.
Let's get into Monday Night Raw, though. Let's get into Monday Night Raw. The fallout to this. Talk about Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu had to acknowledge his tribal chief.
And now he put on timeout.
And we got the Bloodline 4.0.
Speaking of the Bloodline.
Oh, she really came in. I didn't think she was gonna come.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think Courtney was gonna join. I
love Courtney on a pop in and a running. Let's go.
I didn't expect that. Hold on. I gotta change some things around.
We gotta change the screen.
Because you know what you do, you be like, hey, yeah, cool. I appreciate the invite. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. You're like, boop. I'm like, oh, that's real. Oh, she in there. She is really here.
Courtney. Hey, what's up? Not much, girl.
Well, Courtney, you're gonna have to use that big brain of yours, improv some of this shit, because some of this stuff definitely needed notes. But we are recapping Monday Night Raw. Bloodline 4.0. Gotta know. What does this do for Raw and SmackDown?
Well, it's going to be very interesting with 4.0 because I feel like we're back at square one when the Bloodline first started, especially with the Sindel. We will talk about that shortly. Hold your horses. We will talk about that, but let's get through Raw first. Regarding that, it's going to be interesting with the fact Roman is going to take off some time in June. Fortunately, he's going to take up time off at Night of Champions. But it looks like they're trying to make a threat to everybody on the Raw roster. And here we are again. And it sucks because I want LA Knight. And I've been saying LA Knight for the world title. I would love for Seth and Braun Breaker and even CM Punk. But it looks like we may be getting a taste of Bloodline. And maybe, because I think, well, you brought this up. I think it was last year, a couple months ago. We may be getting war games between both sides of the bloodline because Solo and the MFTs were there. So
that's a lot.
That's all I have to say because I'm kind of at a point, and I usually don't say this, but I don't really care. And I don't say much about I don't care. I really don't.
Preach that gospel.
I just say, I very rarely say I don't care, but.
So is this a good thing for Raw and SmackDown, or is this necessarily not the best thing for both brands?
I think it's not the best thing right now because it's like, you guys talked about it with Cody and Gunther, and also with the fact, outside of Gunther, is there any legit opponent? Well, I'm still waiting for Sami Zayn to turn heel because I feel like he needs a heel turn, for God's sakes. He needs a legit heel turn.
Screw Sami. Screw Sami. Justice for Drew McIntyre. Bro.
I know. And also Finn, like Finn's going to be on SmackDown. So it's like, finally, at least Finn gets an opportunity because I think he hasn't faced Cody before. He might have, but it's been a while since they've crossed paths with each other. So
I don't know if they've done it on WWE.
Hold on. They have fought recently, but I just don't know.
I feel like, yeah,
because I'm thinking,
or if it was for the title. Hold on. Let me just go backtrack.
No, because I know he hadn't gotten a shot for the WWE title in a minute. And when he did, it was with Seth.
Okay. Their rivalry, they have shared the ring many times. Their rivalry peaked during Cody's feud with Judgment Day. So we're going back to 2023. This is 3 years ago. Balor defeated Cody Rhodes on Raw in a triple threat match that also featured The Miz for the World Heavyweight title. They faced off in a main event for Monday Night Raw and another one on Monday Night Raw. They've had one-on-ones, a few of them.
Okay.
And
but nothing like one-on-one legit, like.
Nah. Cody Rhodes defeated Finn Balor in a highly one-on-one match. Well, that was with not one-on-one because there was always interference with Judgment Day. That was when Judgment Day was always interrupting and helping Finn, or they were always helping Damian Priest, or they were always helping Dom, or they were always helping. It was those.
So we still do a banger between those two. So
we still can, absolutely.
We still
former Bullet Club leaders. There's a lot of history there. They better
not. Of history.
Can't fuck that story up.
A lot of backdrop history.
Yeah. So then we still owe the banger from them. But honey.
My tribal chief and world champion is not bad for either Raw or SmackDown. I think having the whole bloodline thing happening again, that's what's bad for Raw and SmackDown. Because now
that's what I asked. That's what I asked, honey.
I know.
You did not have to defend Roman like that.
No, I do.
It's okay. It's okay to give constructive criticism to him. It's okay.
That's my genuine love for my tribal chief. So I will always.
She legit wanted to make sure. First of all, I would like to excuse my judgment and to know that it specifically excludes the tribal chief in the next. I was like, no one said you was pointing at him. The question was about Bloodline 4.0, and she immediately going. Excluding,
because I know somebody's gonna twist my words. Somebody, not y'all, but somebody somewhere will probably twist those words. So I just wanted to just make sure I told people where I stood on that. But as far as I just feel like I don't know if this is gonna be the same old bloodline we've been seeing. Clearly, it's not, because Jacob's a part of it, and we never really saw Jacob aligned with Roman. He was more aligned with Solo's bloodline, and then just broke out on his own. So I think I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying. I just don't know, like with the Usos and everything, like what are we doing? Like Jay wearing the shades all the time. Jay's acting extra. Big Jim's always been cool, calm, and collected. We've had no worries with Jim, but it's also like, what are we doing with all of these guys? What's the whole point of this? There has to be something.
I thought Jacob was going to slap him in the face on Monday. I really thought he was going to slap him in the face.
Oh, the talking grip was coming. Really
do you think maybe, or maybe do you guys think that Jacob is just following suit because he's a man of his word?
I mean, well, he said that.
Yeah, but also still doing that to save face, but in his head, maybe the real plan is you have to take out the bloodline from the inside.
Well, I mean, either way, it's one of these things of like, okay, you put yourself in this situation. That's just how boring the story is to me now.
Oh Lord. I don't know what inning it is. It might be like what, the 11th inning?
I see why people don't finish baseball if you're not there at the show watching it, man. But Jacob, it just really depends on where they shift the story to go to. But I think all of those elements are there regardless, just because of how everything went down. So it's like, I don't think Roman, even for a second, trusts that Jacob is fully with them, which is why he told Jay to keep an eye on him, convert him. Remember the tough love I gave you, give that to him. So maybe we see.
You really are bored with this.
I'm sorry. I thought about Jay and Jacob, but I got tired. I'm ready to take a nap. Oh,
I think we need the clip of Stone Cold where he said boring.
Man,
yeah, Will said basically for Bloodline 4.0.
Because the only thing that can come from it for me is like a tribal war games at Survivor Series. That's the only thing that gives me some kind of pinnacle to like what we've been doing, where you got a majority of, Rikishi, Sika, Alpha, all they kids in one Survivor Series War Games match. But if it's not getting there, it's just like, because who's interfering in this? Because I for damn sure don't want to see LA Knight get jumped by all four of these dudes week after week.
That's gonna piss me off.
Yeah.
That's gonna piss Dion off a lot too.
So my question is, though, if they decide to do War Games, you need 5 people for War Games. So for Bloodline 4.0, who's the other person that would fill in for them in War Games?
Please don't say the name.
I didn't say nothing.
I don't. Now you're saying who joins this Bloodline 4.0?
Yeah.
Maybe Cindy, I was thinking that, but I'm just like, I don't know where they're at with him yet. I don't know where the company's at with him yet, even though he's in high regard to be expected very soon. But I feel like the only one who kind of makes sense to me is Tama Tonga, because he's kind of been straying away from Solo a bit.
So he joins 4.0 in your eyes.
I feel like he's the only person that could come to my mind about it. I don't want to see another CM Punk thing. I don't want to see none of that. I really don't.
I ain't gonna lie. I could definitely see Zilla and Lance. I don't know why he joined the MFTs. I can see them going over there and joining with them.
But Zilla has openly acknowledged his tribal chief many times, though.
He has, but for story-wise, though,
yeah,
it worked better.
And also with the fact, too, they're on SmackDown. And also with the fact Zilla has a beef with a guy on SmackDown, that's Ricky Saints, because he called him out many times. He called him out on Denise's podcast many times in the past, and he said he's coming for Ricky.
Oof.
I don't know what it is, but
see, I just hope we could trust the writers to be smart.
I know it's just
the two people that I said to go on his actual team, they're not going to get that written right by Survivor Series. There's no way. There's no way y'all finna have this come out the way we need it to, and especially with us being in June. No, but we can dream. We can dare to dream at any time when it comes to this. But we are also going to keep it pushing. We're going to the King of the Ring first round winners in the male side. We had Femi do what Femi does best. Consider this gear. This is gear one Oba right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Brock don't realize what he's done, but he gonna find out. He gonna find out in front of all his friends at SummerSlam. Best believe that. But it was Carmelo Hayes, Solo Sikoa, and Penta tried to do their best to take down the ruler, but the ruler came through demolishing. And then Io Sky, the genius of the Sky, took the victory in the women's side of this match this past Monday with going up against Roxanne and others. Should have been Roxanne winning, but you know, it is what it is. I get it. I understand. She the favorite, whatever. Moving forward. I want to talk about these brackets. Let's talk about these brackets. Now, my question is first, how do we feel about this being fatal four ways and not 2-on-2? And did you automatically catch that it was fatal four ways, or was I the only one that thought these were all one-on-one matches?
When they were explaining it, I heard them say fatal four way, and I was just like, oh, different, but okay. I guess it's fine. I come from the era of King of the Ring being its own pay-per-view and lasting the whole time, because the rounds were pretty much done in the same night, where superstars were fighting 2 to 3 times in a night to become king or queen of the ring. But that would take forever, clearly, with all the talent that we have, especially on this roster.
I mean, you know, you could have less segments.
Hey,
would we dare?
We could start
a few segments.
We need to have Maxine in the background talking Austin Theory, but we can't hear what they're saying while there's another segment going on, and then leading into another segment where they're brawling out over here.
Oh my God, we forgot. We got to throw in the Danhausen segments.
Oh my God! We got our sponsors are paying us. We got to put more commercials.
Oh shit! And then we also got to do the sponsored segments. You know, where Otis is talking about how he loves Papa John's. We got to throw that in there. Yeah. I don't know. We might have to do fatal four ways, y'all. But Courtney, what are your thoughts? Did you prefer that these be one-on-one, or do you feel like a fatal four-way still gives the king and the queen of the ring tournament its just due?
When I first heard about it from Clash in Italy, the brackets, I thought at least they were going to be one-on-one, but when I found out on Raw it was fatal four-way, I was like, who's going to be up in the first match? And I just think it was too obvious, because obviously they didn't want to ruin Oba's stock. It just sucks because Penta and Carmelo are all in the same fatal four-way. Same thing with the ladies, because obviously Julia was in it and Io Sky, but obviously that kind of figured out. And even because I know you guys are going to talk about SmackDown in a little bit on the matches, and even for next week, it just seemed, and I think we talked about this last year where we did feel it was a little bit rushed, because I think they had the same format that they did last year for Night of Champions, I believe, because I think it was either one-on-one or fatal four-way. So it does kind of loses a little bit of aspect with the king and queen of the ring, because it used to mean something, but it's always hard because it's like, oh, we know the obvious. We know who's going to be advancing into this and that, and I don't know. And it's also interesting too, because last year we did not have champions. We did not have any champions for King and Queen of the Ring, and seeing Sol, Ruca, and Liv Morgan, that was
we'll get to that. Get to that.
Okay, I don't want to give any spoilers, but I just want to make sure. Did anybody point that out? But
no. We about to roll into that. We about to roll into that just for a second. But I wanted to stick with the men first, because I knew that was going to be a whole conversation. So
yeah, the men was very interesting.
Yeah, so I want to get y'all predictions now. We know Oba advanced. So we know one fatal four-way is going to be Braun Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest. Who walks out of that the winner?
I would love for it to be Dom. I don't know why it's long overdue for him. I would love for it to be Dominic.
As much as I love that, I'm gonna have to go with Trick because Councilman sold me last week. I'm gonna have to go with Trick. The only reason why I wouldn't say if Trick wasn't in this, I would say Dominic. But Dominic still has the AAA title. He's gonna go defend that this weekend and all of that stuff. Yes. I feel like Dom, there could set up Dom perfectly. If not for King of the Ring, you set him up perfectly for Money in the Bank.
That makes a lot of sense. And plus, Trick's stock is like so hot right now. You don't want it to cool off.
We just want to get to the coronation. We just want to get to that coronation.
That's all we want. With King
Booker. Oh my god. Pinky ring. The pinky ring.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, another one.
If Trick brings that back too, the pinky shit and all that stuff, like bring in light Booker T antics. Come on now.
Oh yeah, man. I love it when he'll expand it out and be like,
oh my goodness.
Like he low-key cried, but smiling at the same time.
The face, yes. The dramatic, like my people.
It's just the dramatic, my people.
My people. But okay, so we got Oba and Trick in the semifinals. I'm going with I'm on the same page as Sindel, man. I feel like Brock gonna cost him and Trick gonna go to the finals.
I'd had my same theory about the men's. I also have it with the women's as well.
Okay, like, we'll get to that one. So on the other side, we have Rollins versus Javon Evans versus Hikuleo and Ricky Saints.
Big Conga.
Oh,
who wins that match, though? That's a lot of personality in that match.
Yeah.
Has Seth ever won King in the Ring? I don't think so.
No.
Seth could run with a good King gimmick, though, not for nothing. He's
King Rollins?
King? Yes, King Seth.
Listen, he's had the Architect, he's been the Beast Slayer, the King Slayer,
So you think that's what we need next for SummerSlam would be him and Roman?
The Monday Night Messiah. I feel like we're gearing towards that. They're teasing that very, very lightly. We have seen Roman as champ try to go in for his show, and Seth is always in his way somehow. So there's that lovely Batman Joker love-hate story between them two. So I feel like we could gear for that.
Okay. So you're going with Rollins?
I would have to go with Rollins. I was gonna say Javon, but I'm going with Rollins due to the story I just made up in my head.
Courtney?
I would pick Seth, but I have a feeling Braun Breaker is gonna cost him for some odd reason. I just think for some odd reason. I know it sounds crazy, but for some odd reason, I think Braun Breaker is going to cost him. So I'm going the opposite. I'm gonna pick Ricky to advance in there.
So you, I mean, Braun, you think Braun's going to cost Rollins?
I think Braun
Breaker is out here costing himself. So
yeah, I mean, hey, but that's a full.
Damn, how do you have to do that, man, like that?
It's like the third time, bro. This is like the third, fourth time this has happened since he's come on.
It ain't his fault. His knees don't work. It's not his fault.
You called her.
They definitely work. You see how fast he runs. He just can't. He just doesn't know his own strength. That's his problem.
And you call her an action killer.
She is. She knows what she's done. She knows what she's done.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to the Vision. The Vision.
Logan Paul's injured. He's out for the rest of the year. Then
honey. Yo, did you really just say that? Did you really just say that? Did you say I know? I know honey did not just say she is not responsible for that. From day one, you said that group need to break up. I cannot wait. This does not need to happen.
Because they're cursed ever since Rollins got hurt. Everybody else is getting left and right. They might as well break up.
Because you started it. Because you the faction killer. They wasn't even starting yet, and she was already like, break this up.
It's Logan's fault. It's
She better
Logan's
hope-
fault, basically.
She better hope the Knicks win next week in game 2.
I don't gotta hope. I don't have to hold on to hope. I believe. I got belief.
You know what? I'm going with Javon Evans. I think Javon Evans may find a way to sneak in and pull this off and then go into the semifinals. It's just, and I think he's just like always a fun time with whatever match he's in, and he's always getting better. So, and he's starting to get a little bit of that mean streak a little bit to understand, like, I gotta be on my P's and Q's when I'm in the ring and really trying to do this stuff. So then we have the match of all the folks who cannot take an L outside of Royce Keys. You got Jey Uso, LA Knight, Finn Balor, Royce Keys.
Man. Oof.
You go first, Courtney.
I would pick Royce Keys, but I'm actually gonna go sideways because I'm picking a person that needs a win. The Prince. Finn Balor is sneaking a win. And with the fact he has not had a singles win in quite some time.
He's been win Balor the last few weeks.
But
Plus, Courtney, you already know. Let's just be fair. You already know. It wasn't fit to be 4 black people in the finals of the King Queen in the King of the Ring.
It's
It's not gonna be 4 black people that's going to.
It would be wonderful.
I mean, it would be
Wait a minute
exciting.
Now. We got two of them in there.
Right.
All right. We're doing too much now.
They're literally at the door counting. It's so fucked up.
I mean,
Let's get Rollins in there.
I would say Royce Keys too, but Solo, I feel like Solo and them is gonna have some shit to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be Jay. I think it might be Jay. Just because of that little speech Roman gave.
Oh yeah, that speech.
And especially if he pins LA Knight.
That's gonna make me so mad for LA Knight, bro. That's gonna make me so bad. So mad.
Because Finn can't take a loss just coming to SmackDown like that. So he ain't got to win, but he can't take the pin. And neither can Royce at this time.
Royce Keys can't.
I mean, you do make a case for Prince turning into a king. That would be fire.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't want Jay near this King of the Ring. I don't want him winning it.
He should have been in it last year.
You really gonna make this boy work his way back after you would have to, considering how he lost the belt within a year. Look how far we've come in a year, but not Jay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Jay. I'm gonna go with Jay with that one.
Mm-mm.
And then I think it'll be Trick versus Jey Uso at Night of Champions.
Oh boy.
Yo.
If Trick doesn't win.
And if he bring the Yeet back during Night of Champions.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, they were yeeting on Monday, even though he wasn't.
He hasn't really come out and yeeted in a while, too. He hasn't really been on that yeeting kick. And honestly, that's kind of refreshing and good because it was getting tiresome somewhat because it's like, is there anything else we could do?
When he does it and there's nobody else with him, it's dope. When his brother come out with him, that's when it start dropping in stock. When it's another person coming out with him, that's when it's dropping in stock. I'm like, yo, bro, that's why I be saying, like, a lot of these people's, like, those little quirks that they got, those should just stick to them. Like, that's why we stopped doing this, because then Rhea started doing it so much. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't even know.
Why? Like, let people have their own shit.
Let people have their own shit. Like, it's cool if you're at a live event and y'all do it like once or twice. Just it was like, oh, did y'all see it, man? That's why you gotta go to a live show, man. Stephanie McCurry and Rhea Ripley did the Devil's Kiss, and it's like, oh, now that y'all in cahoots with each other, y'all keep doing this. Like, come on,
man. I think honestly, I have my final 4 before we get to that. Yeah, so Femi, Trick, Rollins, And I am gonna go say Finn because I would love to run it back to Rollins and Finn. I never get tired of seeing them go at it.
Yeah.
So you want to turn him into Finn Balor again?
No, I think he could beat Rollins. Rollins doesn't need to win King of the Ring. I feel like it would be cool for Finn Balor to do it, but I don't know.
I'm not mad at it. I would love to see Finn get a win. I'm not 100% sure WWE is ready for him to be a headliner of SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're I think it's there though. I just don't know if they think the trust is there. But I think he's ready and I think it's there, and I would not mind seeing it. But that's just me. All right. Let's move on to
Dun.
dun dun dun. Now let's address it. We have champions in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Now, me personally, I don't mind Soul being in it. I just want to throw that out there. I think Soul having a mid-card title, I think that still does represent becoming Queen of the Ring. And for me, that fits. Where it doesn't fit is why is our women's world champion, Liv Morgan, in this tournament? What is happening right now?
I think it's well, first of all, the thing you said about the mid-card thing, that's totally fine because we've seen that happen in times before. But as far as the world champions and the universal champions, like that doesn't make sense. And I was just gonna say that, Cindy. I do not want Liv versus Rhea. I don't want that. I don't want it. Get it away. However, I think the reason that Liv is really here in this tournament is because the way I'm looking at it, she's clearly not going to win. She's not going to win. This is just a ploy to get that pot stirring between the things that have been going on with Liv and Roxanne and Raquel and Judgment Day, because it just seems like there's some shady shit going on.
Nah, you just trying to be a faction killer again.
The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. You saw how happy he was when your client lost, okay? You saw how happy she looked.
I mean, I would be happy too. I would hate to have to face Roxanne in the ring. Roxanne is amazing. So the reason why she's happy. I would be joyful too. I don't have to defend my title against someone as cold as Roxanne Perez. It is better to keep the people who are better than you and stuff closer to you than against you. So Liv just being smart. I'd have been jumping for joy too. Like, thank God I ain't got to face her. I'm one pop rock away from losing my title. Where they waiting on Stephanie. That still ain't finished. And I feel like Stephanie going to come back during this match. That's who they waiting on. We ain't. She hasn't defended that title. She hasn't mentioned who was gonna be up for this title. Nothing. Every day, all waiting for Stephanie to get back, and that sucks. And this is just showing it further of like, no. We don't want to mess anything up. It's like, yo, she could be defending this title at least.
She could have faced off against Bayley. She could have had an encounter with Lyra.
They ain't got to win, but at least let it be like, yo, she's defending this. I am the greatest of all time. Let it be that.
Or she could have made a surprise appearance because her man Dirty Dom is the reigning AAA champion. She could have crashed it. She could have crashed on AAA and be like challenging any ladies down there.
Yeah,
I mean, you could be with your man and also talk trash about the new general manager who's also his dad. That could have been story right there.
You know, I get hiring him for his wrestling knowledge, but like, thank God they didn't put him in a big seat of power, because it's like, listen, he don't take care of his kids. What make you think he gonna take care of his kids?
Oh my God.
But then I heard he was general manager, and I'm like, all right. I mean, I know you know stuff about wrestling, so that makes sense. That fits.
He is a Hall of Famer.
But it's just like, why you can't let your kid have one thing? Like,
you just don't want your kid to be great.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's Triple A champion. You ain't nowhere to be around. And like now, all of a sudden, you in the best shape we've seen you in like the last 8 years. And now you just gotta be at Triple A where your son is. It's like, hey man, like at what point where it's just like, yo, when will the ego be checked? Okay.
And you as a parent, and as a parent, honestly, like from what I gather, a lot of parents usually do want their children to do better than they did, to have better than they had. And you just can't let your son be great. What's going on, Ray?
Yeah, deadbeat, man. Deadbeat do what deadbeats do. But let's get to these brackets, man. Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss versus Chelsea Green. These are matches straight out of WWE 2K26.
Man, I feel like we made these matches.
Right. Who wins out of this match besides us? Like, we win no matter what.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who advances?
And pledging my allegiance to Chelsea Green. Queen Chelsea Green.
Queen Chelsea.
The future queen.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I got Little Miss Bliss, man.
I really want to go with Alexa, but I have a feeling Charlotte's going to advance into the next round. So I'm picking Miss Charlotte Flair.
Wait, she's not in that match, though.
Wait, Charlotte's not in it?
It's Liv.
Oh.
No, but she's in it. She's in a different Fatal 4-Way.
My brain is so dead right now. I was like, I know Charlotte's in one of the matches.
She said, but I know she's going to face Charlotte Flair, so I'm picking Charlotte Flair. What?
Right.
Wait, what?
My brain is just so dead today. I'll pick Alexa Bliss. So she's in it. I'll pick Alexa.
She's never won before either. That's probably one thing she hasn't done.
Yeah. All right. Then in the next bracket, we got Soul Ruca versus Lyra Valkyria versus Charlotte Flair and Jade Carter. So are you picking the same for this one and Charlotte Flair? Now that she's in this match?
It's gonna be interesting. Her and Jade gonna be facing off in the same match. It's gonna be very interesting. And also, Jade is defending her title because she is the reigning Queen of the Ring from last year.
Yes, she
is. She is the reigning.
Could she go for a second reign?
Never been done before.
Never.
But who do you pick? You going with Charlotte though? I'm just making sure.
No. I'm only gonna be safe. I'm picking Jade. Okay. I'm gonna pick Jade. I would have picked if either one of them were in it. I would have picked Lyra, but I gotta pick Jade for this one. Jade has to advance.
I'm gonna go with the Bird Lady. I'm going with Bird Lady. Come on, Lyra.
You're going with Lyra?
I am gonna go with Lyra. I am gonna do that.
She got 4 on the last one.
Yes, she did. And so Ruca is going to be dealing with her title defenses and stuff like that because we know, they're going to set her up for her Intercontinental Championship and whatnot. Jade and Charlotte, they're pretty much going to be like Oba and Brock and be off in their own thing. Cat fighting in their, I'm going to say Amazon fighting because those two are athletes, but they're going to be in their own bubble. So that leaves Lyra open for an opportunity. And I think Lyra is smart enough to be able to take advantage of that.
She can steal it. It's not the first time she's done it. She can steal it.
I think Charlotte wins. You get Alexa versus Charlotte and Jade interferes and Alexa Bliss goes to the finals.
Wow. Breaking up tag teams.
Why would that break up a tag team? It's Jade's fault. Either one of them would have did it to each other because we know Charlotte would have done it.
True.
All right, now on the other side, we have Bayley, Raquel Rodriguez, Chasey Jane, and Kiana Jane. James. Two James.
Two James.
There's JC Jane, Kiana James. I'm going Big Mommy Cool. Big Mommy Cool.
It would be nice to see Raquel. I want to see Raquel advance into Queen of the Ring.
Raquel and Io is going to be fun.
I want to see Raquel too. I think she pins Kiana James in a good fashion. But yeah, I want to see Rio versus Io too. I mean, Raquel versus Io.
Damn, why I gotta be focused?
Hey, listen, Send.
I'm not mad at that either.
I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at that. That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous. Right.
Sage D, you're funny. He says since Dion ain't here, Bailey wins.
Again, that's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous.
Nope. None of those. Honestly, that's the one fatal 4-way where I don't care who. I wouldn't be mad at anyone, even Kiana James, because she has very much impressed me since coming to SmackDown and on the main roster.
Man, if we have that, if it goes the way that I'm picking them, man, Raquel Rodriguez becomes Queen of the Ring.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's the best way we got to get her to live, man.
Big Bobby Cool. Let's do it.
We need to bring that back. That whole gimmick was perfect for her. Let her come out with her Chola motorcycle and all that shit. Like, I want to see her do it, you know?
Why not for SummerSlam?
Get that crown.
But we'll figure out and we'll keep discussing as the king and the queen of the ring tournament continues. Now I want to get into, of course, history made. First black woman to be the women's IC champion. And so Ruca.
Yes.
So the first thing I want to know is thoughts on Italy's reaction on Raw when Sol Ruca was in the building. Like, yo, America, y'all got to step it up. Like, these cats are outdoing us every time they go over there.
Putting us to shame.
I ain't never seen us make the camera shake.
Mm-hmm.
We need shaky cameras, man.
Right, but they were shaking the cameras like throughout the night. Like Oba's entrance, they couldn't even do the main panned out camera because it was shaking with the people going crazy and everything. Like Roman Reigns, they were singing something in Italian for Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. Like, and it was like it reminded me of AJ. Mm-hmm. AJ Styles Backlash in France. Insane.
So let me ask y'all this: who should Sol Ruca face first? Who should she defend her title against first? What's a good person to knock it out the park to get this title reign going? Because right now, if we're being honest, this title got more prestige on Raw than the women's world title currently.
It does.
This is the it title right now.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Song. I like it.
Soul Song. Took her.
Your soul is mine. Soul is mine.
Why do we do it at the same time, bro?
But yeah, who y'all got?
And this is on Raw. This title is being like she's on Raw. Just want to make sure I get my roster right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna go left field in this because since we're talking about Raw and we haven't seen her on TV, I would like for her to do something with the low-key legend, Natty herself. I would love to do a program with her.
Okay. Honey, who you got? You should have somebody. You've had these questions already.
I know.
I just have to think on the fly and think like, who's on Raw?
How beat you to this? You had time to write these.
Because I had to think like, who's on Raw? Who
Blake's gonna be. It would be Blake Senior, but she's gonna be on SmackDown, so I don't know if that's gonna happen.
So / Legend. Blake's on SmackDown, Cindy.
Yes.
Did they move Julia to Raw?
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I feel like for some reason they should and have Julia go after the IC title. They screwed her. They screwed around with her enough with the US title. So I think I would say Julia randomly if they were to put her through that portal.
All right. Where your notes at, man?
Oh my god!
In my phone.
Where your notes?
In my phone.
I was like, because I know that wasn't your pick.
It wasn't my pick because I realized that my pick would probably be stupid.
No pick is a stupid pick.
Right.
All right, fine. I said my notes say Maxine Dupree.
That's who I was finna say. I was finna say Maxine Dupree.
Yeah.
I think that'd be dope.
And also with the fact that he's been acting with Austin Theory the last couple.
Yeah, that's why I think that's very intriguing to see, and then see Austin out there and stuff like that. But like, yeah, that's not a dumb choice.
Sage D, why you being like that? You know she's not here no more.
I think he's talking about Thea.
Oh, you got to say which Thea.
That's you that know her personally.
Santina. Oh my God, Santina.
Hey, listen.
Santina.
If Santina is still out there somewhere in the world and listening to the podcast, if you could give us one more match, here's your perfect opponent for one night only.
And it should happen at McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yes. A McDonald's nugget fight for the IC title.
Oh my God.
That's a gimmick match for your ass. But man, I also got Ivy now. I think you know what?
Ivy.
No, my first one was Lyra Valkyria.
I can see that.
Yeah, Lyra.
She's gone for it before.
I can see Lyra. I think her and Lyra would have some dope matches.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, congrats to Sol Ruca on becoming the new IC champion. I believe she's going to still continue to carve a path of making this a great division. And hopefully we continue to see this pattern of having this title be on PLEs and some of these others follow suit as well, because for some reason the women's US title should not be defended on a PLE. Just throwing that out there. But now we move into this. Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins wins. Quick question. Was the right choice made? Was the right choice made on the winner? Yes or no?
You go, Courtney.
Of course you would say that. I want to say yes and no. I know. Yeah, because Backlash, Braun won, correct? He won. He didn't win? No. Well, he should have won tonight. He should have won last night. Because Seth going 2 for 2, that just puts Brock's stock a little bit down. A little bit down.
You think his loss puts his stock down, or the fact that he injures himself so easily down?
Oh, God.
Because that's what I think does it.
I wasn't going to bring it up what happened, but
we're talking about it, you know. The elephant in the room.
Why you being with that way with that man physiology, yo?
I'm just like, bro, it's in plain sight. And it happened. It's like when an athlete, like, you know, in basketball, football gets like an injury, a no contact injury. Like half this time it happens all because of himself. Like it's like weird. Why? And I don't know.
Leave this man alone.
I'm not.
Ron.
He said I'm not. I refuse.
Baby Steiner need to get it together.
Baby Steiner.
Like you gotta get it together, bro. Yeah, right. He broke himself. He's like Braun Breaker, but he broke himself. It makes no sense.
So they said that this was the last one. This ends and closes the beef. So
no.
What does this do for the both of them? Does this push them forward any? Does it set them back, like, or is it just something where see y'all next week?
they're doing whatever they can to postpone, to hold off on whatever they can for when Bronson Reed comes back. I feel like Bronson Reed is going to be the X factor, or he's going to be coming back soon. We still don't know exactly what his timeline has been like, even though he's been counting the days and posting and being active on social media and whatnot, and changing his look up, because he definitely doesn't look the same the way he did when he left us. So I feel like that's what this is gearing towards, since Courtney mentioned the 2 wins that Seth Rollins got up on Braun Breaker. Braun needs his help. Braun needs some help. Austin can only do so much, and we know Logan's out of commission. So,
and with the fact too, you hold the tag team titles and your tag team partners out, and that sets 10-20 backward steps to the depleted tag team division on Raw.
The vision has gone blind.
Well, there y'all have it, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't got nothing to say about this, man. Congrats that it's over. Quick little NXT run. Just seems that we have some new contenders, potential contenders, vying for Lola Vice's NXT title within, to me, Ren Sinclair, Kendall Gray, and of course Kalani Jordan, as she is holding the title currently. Now, my question to you, out of all of these women, who makes the most sense to be the next NXT Women's Champion? Yes, honey.
She had her hand raised.
Her, Kalani Jordan. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. No question. She is her. Let her be her.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like, it's long overdue. I don't know why she didn't get the belt sooner than you think.
Well, Lola just got it.
I mean, I know she got it, but I mean, Kalani needs. I would love for her to be NXT Women's Champion.
I would love for her to be her and see them letters pop up. Just come on, Kalani.
Yes.
Come on.
Do it. Win it all the way.
And then Zarya demolished Lizzie Rain.
Wow.
Showcasing that she is not playing around. She wants the NXT North American Championship, and Tatum Paxley should be scared because Zarya, the one we saw in that first set of promos, is back.
Thank God.
Vengeance.
Even when she first
Took long enough.
When she first came on NXT, she was terrifying.
And she back to that terrifying state.
Thank goodness.
Then we had Evil declare war against Tony D, Angelo. I'm not just gonna call another man D. Pause. But Evil set out the gauntlet that after Tony D'Angelo successfully defended his NXT title this past Tuesday, Evil has declared he wants a shot, he wants the belt. It's sad how much we do not care that this is going on right now.
I was gonna say, I do not give a fuck.
Wow.
I really don't.
Sad. It's so sad how much we really don't give a shit.
Wow.
It's us. It has nothing to do with Tony D. It has nothing to do with Evil. It's us. We're the assholes. Just so that's very clear. We are the assholes, and we need to do better. We're not going to start today, but
wow. Nah.
No, thank you.
There you have it.
moving on to that Friday night SmackDown there now. Moving on to that Friday night, that SmackDown. I gotta ask. Last Friday, we had an interaction that displayed a whole bunch of melanin in the ring on Friday Night SmackDown. Something we have not seen like really in quite some time. Probably never really on SmackDown. But altercation took place where Trick Williams backhanded Ricky Saints like he did not have his money. Now, question: what did this help fuel whatever this is, or are we getting a tad bit disrespectful now when it comes to the reactions that Trick Williams is having? Is this Trick Williams or is this Pimp Daddy Trick that we're seeing emerge?
If it is, I don't like it. If it is, I'm not a fan. Let Trick just be Trick. Don't force it. And don't, just because you've seen it in movies and it looks entertaining and cool and stuff, just let it be natural. Trick Williams came up off of being himself naturally and growing organically. Let him do the same. Listen to the crowd, yes, as far as our excitement. You hear the whoop that Tricks. The entrances are grand. He has a presence. He's got the star power. He's earned his position here. But there's a fine line, and we see it every time. Like the minute they put on that hat or whatever it was, the coat and everything, we were like, all right, stop doing this. Changed it up with a fur vest. Change it up every now and then. Like I don't want to put a certain kind of stereotype for I don't want them to put some kind of characteristic stereotype on Trick Williams because he doesn't need that. So stop trying to force shit, TKO, just because you've seen it and you think it looks cool. We let them be cool. They are already cool.
Courtney, your thoughts?
I could tell somebody from TKO did not see Trick's run in NXT or TNA. That's all I'll put out. But I mean, you gotta let Trick be Trick, as Honey said. You gotta let it be organic.
I'm not laughing at you, Courtney. I saw the comment. I saw a comment. I'm not laughing at you.
Oh, okay. But it's just really hard to do. Like, you have to listen to the crowd. I mean, you gotta listen when they were in South Carolina in his hometown. I mean, granted, it was his hometown, but everybody was saying whoop that Trick. Everybody for him. And you just got to let him be him because now he's a star. And also, as a fact, if you have never seen Trick Williams, go watch some of his matches on NXT and go watch his TNA run because that's where he started to grow a little bit and the fans really got to know who Trick Williams is. And also, by the way, too, no disrespect to Trick, Ricky, you need to at least slap the crap out of Trick Williams after last week. He needs to get his receipt back.
We need a lick back.
He needs a lick. I'm sorry, Ricky needs a lick back from last week. I feel like everybody's slapping him and everybody's slapping Ricky left and right. I'm like, come on,
Ricky, you can't let that slide. For all the lights, you can't let that slide.
Nah, Ricky needs his receipt. He needs his lick back. Like, come on, man. You're letting everybody slap you week after week. Come on, man.
Well, the first one I will excuse because Mello rocked his jaw. He rocked it. He straight up super bad. Fogel in the liquor store punched him out of nowhere with off camera, which was hysterical. But the slap though, the pimp slap that Ricky.
Come on, Ricky.
They got you getting your rings knocked out of you, bro. Like, nah.
For real. For real.
You got to get your lick back, brother. You got to. For the culture, you got to get your receipt. You got to get it back. But do we also have predictions? What do we is this story continuing or is it over?
It's a story that never ends. It's a story that never ends.
This is the song that doesn't end.
It's a story that never ends. I kind of do feel bad for Cody. It's a shame. Whoever's writing this stuff,
I don't feel bad for Cody. Why you feel bad for Cody?
I don't feel bad for Cody. It's not more on him. It's pretty much who you're setting him up with.
Man, whatever. I don't whatever. Finn Balor is on SmackDown.
Yes, he is.
The Prince is on SmackDown.
I need to know 3 things And honey, you going first because you had this question before Courtney.
I know.
3 things that needs to happen on SmackDown for us to have win Balor. What are 3 things that need to happen with Finn on SmackDown?
You need to eliminate other potential people that have a shot at Cody. You need to go after top contenders. Clearly, you got to go after guys like Gunther. I definitely see Finn going at Sami Zayn, because Sami Zayn is going to continuously be a thorn in Cody's side, and that's only going to get in Finn Balor's way of his plan and his end game. So I'm going to say Gunther. Gunther, Shinsuke. I mean, not Shinsuke. Excuse me. Gunther, Sammy, and he also needs to come at Cody straight up. I think. Don't go sneak attacking. Just go straight up and call him out. Mic to mic. I don't want to say it's going to be another segment, but it will be because, it's TKO. But yeah, I think he should work on being the one that's constantly going at Cody, considering they have the most history. So I feel like those are the 3 things that should happen for Finn on SmackDown.
Okay. 3 things I think Finn needs to do. Finn needs to beat Carmelo Hayes. Finn needs to also, I agree with Honey, go straight up to Cody Rhodes. He also needs to beef with Drew McIntyre, because I feel like if we have a good Drew McIntyre run, I don't want to necessarily see one of them win, but I'd like to see it project them into like some kind of triple threat action with Cody for the belt. In which Finn Balor rises tall.
Yes, please. Justice for Finn. Still on my bingo card too. Going good so far. Going good.
Courtney, 3 things Finn Balor needs to do on SmackDown.
The Prince needs to confront Cody Rhodes and go for world title gold. That's number 1 and way overdue. That's the first thing he should do. Second one, I would love for him to do a program with Randy Orton when he comes back. I think that would be very interesting because Randy still has some lick back, because obviously, of course, after he lost, he still has to take care of an injury. But I would love to see him and Randy go at it. And it doesn't have to be like a win-loss record. I just want to see them interact and have matches with each other. The Viper versus the Demon. That could be very interesting. I would love that, him and Randy confront. And I'm just going to throw out there just for fun, I just want to see Finn Balor and Ilya Dragunov go at it one-on-one.
Oh, girl, that was in my brain. That needs to happen. That should be the first. That should be the first thing.
Him and Ilya need to go at it.
That's gonna be a zesty match. Very zesty. I like that.
Well, we will find out, especially tomorrow on the SmackDown. Finn Balor premiering. We will see what's going to happen. You can also see if SmackDown will really be 2 hours.
They started promoting Bron's show tomorrow on USA, so I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying.
Honey's face is going to tell us all tomorrow. It's just it's like Groundhog Day.
If I show up, that's how you know.
If there ain't no watch along, that bitch.
Bye. I'm off for the summer. No. Man, I don't know. SmackDown is like, I have like a love-hate thing going on with SmackDown right now, because it's like, make up your damn mind. What are we doing?
Well, we'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then also we hear Drew is slated to return back to the WWE. Can I be honest?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think Drew should hold off. We don't deserve it. We don't deserve Drew, man. Because to me, this is my champ right here. Like, but if I'm putting the belt on anybody on SmackDown, it's this guy. But for some reason, they keep wanting this guy to lose.
Like, don't y'all know this man came to us as the chosen one, like dubbed that, you know, and look at how far we've come. And look at the feuds and classic moments he's given us. The trolling on social media, which amplifies the rivalries. The moment when he won the title, even though it wasn't in front of a whole crowd, but the emotion of it and him looking into the camera, like, y'all don't remember the weight of the pressure on this man at that time. You know, if you know what, I'm gonna say it now. Drew McIntyre is gonna come back and slate for a return, but he's gonna come back and take somebody out of that King of the Ring tournament. He could end up coming back and taking somebody out of that King of the Ring tournament and swindle his way into the King of the Ring, same way Cody swindled his way into his main event, because that is the receipt we need for Drew McIntyre. Justice for Drew.
We all know she's talking about Bron Breakker. We all know. we all know who the killer is pointing this out to.
He's going to take somebody out.
Take out Bron Breakker and then
he might take out your favorite, somebody's favorite. I don't know, but that don't put it past Drew to do something like that. I would not put it past Drew to do that. So
I would not either. So we will see as more unfolds with Drew McIntyre on his potential return. A little bit of trending news. CM Punk also say he want to get back in the ring.
You look good, Phil, but take your time. We're fine.
We're fine. Just let him take his time. Let him take his time. Let him breathe.
We're okay. We're good. We're good over here.
Thank you.
Love you though, but we're okay.
We also have been getting rumors.
We're good, Dwayne. We're good, Dwayne. 3 years too late, Dwayne.
Saudi Arabia.
No, Dwayne.
Most electrifying.
No, Dwayne.
In sports and entertainment,
I feel the type.
The great one may be involved in WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. The big checks are coming out.
No kidding.
But there's supposedly an alternative that was supposed to be happening if this does not go down. So the question is, what do you want to see more? Oba versus Roman? Oh, man. I thought I had Rock versus Roman up here.
That Rock versus Roman shit is dead. It's been dead for 3 years. We were supposed to get it at 40. We know why we didn't get it, because somebody had to finish their fucking story.
But the Bloodline 4.0 is back. There's a bloodline running around now, honey, that you're so excited about.
Not that
the bloodline is still active. So now it makes sense that Boots to Asses is coming.
I think we're okay, Dwayne. I'm good.
Saudi thinks different. Saudi is ready to sign that check. But here's the thing. Do we really want this?
At Mania?
I want you to look at this picture, and I want y'all to really ask, like, is this what you want? Because you know what this comes with. That means Roman holds this belt till next year.
Yep.
That's why I was gonna say, do we really want that at Mania? I was gonna say I want it this year. I want it before this year is over. I want it right now. I want it at SummerSlam. I want it whatever, as long as it's right now. Not WrestleMania.
So then you want The Rock versus Roman.
I don't want that either. I wanted that 3 years ago. I don't want it now. They scarred me. I have PTSD.
Hey man, give me my Rock and Roman match.
My God.
Never forsaking the match.
They're gonna need all this. They're gonna need all the star power they need for Saudi next year.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen. Rock versus Roman. The OG versus the electrifying.
Dwayne versus Joe.
Dwayne versus Joe. That's all I'm asking. That is all that I am asking for. So now the thing was we're supposed to get into Kayfabe Unreal. But Dion took a whole bunch of notes on this. And I feel a little bad if we did that without him here.
All and his hard work for nothing.
Yeah, and I'd also feel bad too because Courtney didn't get a chance to like write her stuff.
No, down. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I think that once again, we'll have to skip this. But I think that's a good thing too because we'll most likely know the results of the Fatal 4-Way, and
for King of the Ring.
That we can factor that into it. So, before we get out of here, Courtney, is there anything you want to bring up? I know y'all mentioned something about Stardom and how AOA the shit out of them right now. Like, what's going on?
Well, first off, if you did not catch it, Mercedes Moné returned last night. She's advancing into the Owen Hart Cup Women's Tournament, and she'll be facing off against the winner against Persephone and Hazuki this Saturday on Collision. So, welcome back to her. And plus, it's time for her to be back in action. Nothing against her. It's just the narcs out there. Nothing against her, but it's just the narcs. But anyway, she did beat Alex Winter in a banger of a match last night. But if you have not been catching up to speed, since Dell's been talking, Tekla, who's the reigning AEW Women's Champion, if you did not know of her story, and Tony Schiavone mentioned that she did wrestle in Stardom. She got in the face of the president of Stardom and apparently was supposedly banned. And if you were at WrestleMania week, Stardom was on the ground for Vegas. And Tekla was there and beat the crap out of the president again. And last night on Dynamite, she called out everybody from Stardom. She said she don't care who she faces Stardom. And she said if the president was at Forbidden Door, which, by the way, is in San Jose, California, later this month, she's calling out everybody from Stardom. So it's going to be very interesting. And I like that they're doing the backstory of Tekla and also with Stardom, because that's something I talked about a lot on WWT and my watch along, is really ensuring this partnership with Stardom. So I'm happy they're getting their shine and opportunity, and also seeing the ghost from Tekla's past in Stardom. Now, who is she going to face at Forbidden Door? I wouldn't mind seeing somebody Stardom. And I know people want Mercedes to win, but I said this last night. I would love for somebody from Stardom to win and just carry that to All In and Wembley Stadium. Just continue that. So at least, and also with the fact too, I'm just being serious for a minute. This could be a good opportunity for AEW, because Will, you talked about this where WWE is not hitting the Asian audience. This is actually a good opportunity for AEW to hit that, because you have Takeshita as a babyface. You have him as an AEW International Champion. You have Tekla. You have all the girls from Stardom. You have Mina Shirokana. So they have an opportunity to really grab the Asian demographic that WWE didn't get to do. And they can finally crack the code on how to achieve that. So That's just a quick update.
Is it true that Tekla is kind of pushing back on comments, or has recently said comments about Asuka lately?
I didn't hear about that. I just heard about Stardom. I don't know what's with her and Asuka, so
I wouldn't climb up that tree if I was you, Tekla. I wouldn't. I don't think you want them problems. I don't think you want Asuka problems.
No, you don't.
Nobody's ready for Asuka problems.
Nobody. And I definitely believe that inside and outside of the ring. Like I feel like she didn't get that when she started wrestling. I feel like that saying was there before she started wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's ready for Asuka. Like whatever she was doing prior to wrestling, she already had that title. I'd leave that alone.
Yeah.
But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up another episode of the Kayfabe Podcast. We want to thank Courtney for jumping in here with us. It is always a great time when the PR princess comes around, be able to give her opinion, give her predictions, and always giving us the skinny on what is wrestling. But we want to thank each and every one of you for checking out this episode. Wherever Dion is, hope you close the house that you were trying to sell. I'm sure that family is going to enjoy the home you've selected for them. But be sure that you check out the Kayfabe Podcast every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Gonna be having it's gonna be a summer of guests is what we're gonna start aiming for. We're gonna be aiming for a summer of guests. So you never know who's gonna pop up on these episodes. So stay tuned, continue to watch, and we are going to catch you next time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you have a wonderful sleep tonight. Sleep well to where you wake up excited, like how the Knicks are. And I guess they're gonna win. I don't know sports. I don't know what's happening
And
right now.
Danhausen will be there. Danhausen needs to be courtside.
Danhausen will be
Listen, he's the rabbit's foot in our pocket right now. Okay.
there you go. Can't wait to see Danhausen at the Super Bowl, guys.